Now we poddin', let's go! N.W.P back too.
Yes, sir.
We got my boy in here, Shell, what's up, what's up? Yes, sir. So how you been, man?
No, I've been good, man. Can't complain. Life is great.
That's good.
I'm alive, so.
Right. Because before we get into introduce you, you just got over the case of the Rona, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
I did, yeah.
Two.
So that's 2 cases right there.
Yep.
So before we get into that, then, introduce yourself to the people.
All right, so what's going on, y'all? I'm Shell. RU Shell, aka Shell Shots, whichever one you want to call me.
Greatest
Have it
photographer
on
in
the
Charlotte.
screen. Book 'em, get
I'm
out.
one of the best in the city. I don't want to call myself the greatest, you know. I'm not that type of person. People call me the greatest in the city, call me the GOAT, whatever. It's
This
cool,
man the
but-
GOAT, man.
And I just call myself one of the best. I'm gonna leave
Yes,
it at
sir.
that. But yes, sir. That's who I am.
Right. So how you been feeling lately after recovering from having, Rona past few weeks or a few weeks ago?
I'm good now, man. But while I had it for like a week, I didn't want to do nothing. I couldn't do nothing. I was laying in the bed 24/7. Couldn't taste. Didn't have an appetite, so I wasn't eating. I lost about like 7 pounds. So
Right.
it was tough, man. It was definitely tough.
So let me ask you from a creative standpoint, how did that make you feel knowing that you had take some time off from doing your craft and everything?
Oh, it definitely sucked because I had people inquiring about shoots
Right.
during that, and it was hard for me to tell them like I can't shoot right now.
Right,
Like,
right.
I gotta take 2 weeks off. So.
Right.
But that's what it was. But I'm gonna bounce back from it. So
Right.
I'm not sweating it too much.
Right,
but
right.
it sucked though, man. Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Well, shoot,
For sure.
what even got you into doing this in the first place? Because I know you started about 4 years ago,
I'm
which is around the
curious.
time I met you. So what made you want to okay, this is what I want to pursue? It's always been there, or you just picked it up for fun? Fun led to one thing.
So,
passion?
so when I was in like middle school and like high school, I collected shoes. And my mom, she had like a Canon, just like, a little Canon point and shoot camera.
Right.
So I would just take my shoes and go around the house with the camera and be like, where can I put this shoe and take a fire picture of it? Like, how can I take a fire picture of the shoe? So I would just do that and mess around with it a little bit, nothing too serious. But I think that's kind of like where it started from, because, I kind of enjoyed it in a way,
Right.
But I was just taking pictures of my shoes, like
Right,
nothing
right.
serious,
Right, right.
But then that evolved into me just going outside, like taking pictures of like birds or like, trees, like bushes, flowers, anything that really caught my eye, And then a couple years later, it was around Christmas time, and I was in Best Buy with my dad, and he was like, we were just walking around, I think we was in there for something for him. He was like, hey, you want anything in here for Christmas? So, I just started going around walking, and then I seen the camera right there. I'm like, I want a camera. So he got me the camera, and the rest was history.
What was the first camera?
It was a Canon Rebel T5. That's what it was.
Okay.
Yeah.
When did that come out? What year was this?
Yeah.
That was, when was that? That had to be 2016, I think.
Okay, because I was good with pictures and video. Okay.
Yeah, I think it was Christmas 2016, I want to say. Yeah.
T-Rebel 5, I know a lot need to get busy with that.
Yeah, Canon Rebel
Used to.
T5, that's what it was, yep. And the rest was history from there. I just started shooting.
Wait, so where did you grow up from?
Charlotte.
Charlotte,
Yeah,
okay.
born and raised in Charlotte. Yep.
So through school and everything, is this how you kind of got plugged in to reaching different people and working on your audience, I guess you can say?
Yeah. Nah, I really got plugged in from networking. The camera.
Yeah, go.
Okay. And Shell, as far as your photography, your portfolio, because you are stacked with people you shot for.
Yeah.
How is it that you networked and connected with some of these people?
Like you said, just networking, really. I tell everybody, it's all about networking. It's all about who you know at the end of the day.
Right.
That's why it's the saying, that I live by. It's not about what you know, it's about who you know. And I tell everybody, like, just talk to people. You know, if you go somewhere, you out shooting, you know, talk to people, build a relationship with them, get to know them, you know, because you never know who you could be talking to. You could be talking to somebody who, in 5 years down the road, you know, they could put you in a position to get you where you want to be, or, you know, get you at least a step closer. So, you know, I just try to tell people it's all about networking, like with anything, not even just photography, but networking. That's really how I built all my connections. Just reaching out to people, you know, just shooting them a DM, emailing them. Like, I do digging, bro. Like, on artists, like, I figure out I go through their followers, bro. I figure out who their manager is, and then I either email their manager, or I'll DM them, or I'll do both. And, you know, they either respond or they don't. You know, but it's just the fact of me reaching out, you know, at least I'm shooting my shot, I guess, you know. So, yeah.
Shooting a networking shot.
Because you say you've been on the road with a couple people. Who you been on the road with, bro?
I've been on the road with my boy, his name's Sean Skrilla. He's a local artist out of, I think, like, in the Columbia area. He's out of, like, the Columbia area. Oh, no, Rock Hill. He's out of Rock Hill. Okay. Black Zach, that's who I went on tour with. Yeah. Black Zach out of Columbia.
Black Zach hard.
Yeah, Black Zach hard.
South Coast too?
Just be with them. He's South Coast, yeah. Okay. He's on the South Coast. Yeah, Black Zach, that's who I went on tour with when he was touring with DaBaby. So that's the tour I went on for a couple of dates. The Detroit, New York, Charlotte, and then he had his own little show in Myrtle Beach.
Right.
Yeah,
so
I was on the road with them.
Explain the experience of being on the road with those people, like.
Man, it's crazy. Like, it's kind of surreal, you know, because that was one of my goals for the longest, was to go on tour, you know. So just to have Black Zach reach out and be like, yo, you know, I need you on a couple dates for tour. You know, I was kind of shocked for like 30 minutes. Like, I ain't even reply for 30 minutes. I was like, damn, did I really get offered that? Like, no. So I was telling my mom, you know, I was telling my dad, telling my girlfriend, you know. So it was definitely cool though. You know?
Yeah.
You don't get no sleep though. Like, no sleep.
But it's worth it.
It's worth it though. You know, you get paid. They pay for everything. You know, the place for you to stay, flight. I didn't spend a penny. Like, they bought all the food for me. They was like, nah, you good. Like, they was ordering food, and then I went up there to order, you know, and I'm reaching in my pocket to get my wallet, you know, because I'm like, I'll pay for my shit, you know, it's cool. He came up, he was like, nah, he was like, we got you. He was like, don't worry about it.
That shit love,
label budget different.
That shit love. So I was like, you sure? He was like, yeah. So I was like, cool, man, because I'm the type, like, you know, I ain't gonna ask nobody for nothing, you know, but yeah. So you know, it was cool though, but besides not getting no sleep, that's really the only negative.
Why didn't you?
I'll take that.
Why didn't you sleep on tour?
Oh man, cause it's like you gotta get to the show for them to do they rehearsal and sound check. Okay. And then so they want you to record all that, take pictures, all that, and then they back there cooling with the artist. So you just really getting content the whole time. You don't really get a break. During the show, you know, you getting all the content, recording, taking pictures, blah, blah, blah. Then after the show, they want you to go ahead and do all that. So, like, you know, between all the clips I get, all the footage I get, you know, I might get 20, 30 minutes of footage. And I got to go through all of that, sort it out. What clips do I want to use? What am I not going to use? You know what I'm saying? So, you're really staying up all night editing, all morning editing, you know? Yeah, because they would want it. Well, Black Zach, he would want it, like early in the morning, so that he could post it, and it, like, when people get up and go on Instagram, that's the first thing they would see. You know what I'm saying? So they would want it early in the morning, bro. So I was staying up like all night, you know. Plus, you know, it's like right after the show, we head into the airport to go to the next city type shit. So it's like we really didn't even stay in no hotels, or like after the show, we would go to a club, strip club, some type of club, where they would have a performance. Then we would be there till like 5 in the morning. And then we got to get to the airport, get ready for the flight, go to the next city.
So you on a plane? You on a plane tour bus editing, chopping up?
Like I'm in a. They was traveling in a Sprinter van. Yeah, I'm in a Sprinter van, just editing, bro. Damn. Editing. Yeah.
So how do you, like, if y'all in the club and he popping bottles, buying drinks, how do you enjoy the moment? Cause like when you're a photographer, you're like living through the lens, but how do you like take it all in from your own perspective? Not just the lens, you know what I mean?
Right, I get what you're saying, yeah. It's all about just sitting back and just like really analyzing like what's gonna be a good photo, or like, you know, like or what is he about to do? You feel me? Like, it's just about analyzing it, really. You just got to sit back, because I feel like the mistake people make is they just put the camera up and just start taking photos. You really got to sit back and, like, take a look at it, like, you know, what's going to be a good photo, where's he at, what's going to be in frame. You know, you got to take in all these things with it. So, I don't know, man. It's just all about just knowing when to take the picture, really. Okay. You know, that's really what it is. And then when you're not taking the picture, just try to, you know, live in the moment and just enjoy it. Right. You know, you just being there, right. You know, stuff like that. But yeah.
So I've really been wanting to ask photographers this question, because I mean, of course, there's an art when it comes to taking pictures. Like, you have somebody taking pictures of Wayne from 05, that iconic future picture where he throwing money in the air, everybody in the club. It's like, how do y'all know when exactly to take that picture? Like, is it some stuff that you just, like, comes with experience on when something is about to happen, or when something is happening, or, well, let me say, you know, let me wait for a certain moment, or, you know?
Yeah, so, like, you know, if I'm doing candids, or, like, you know, I'm shooting a show or a concert, I'll really just be looking through the lens. Like I'm prepared to take the picture, but I'm, like, watching what's going on. And, you know, if I'm anticipating the artist to do something specific, you know, something specifically, then I'll wait for them to do it and I'll take the picture real quick. So it's really just about just anticipating it, and then when it happens, you gotta be quick.
Right.
Like, it's like, you know, reflexes pretty much. Like, you gotta be quick with it. Right. But that's really my trick, is like I just look through the camera. And I might not be taking a picture, but I'm just paying attention to what's going on. Right. And then I'm waiting for that perfect shot. You know, to take the picture. Yeah.
So let me ask you, when I saw you, because you was backstage or on the stage when Nipsey was performing, like, before he passed away a couple years ago, right?
Yep.
So when it comes to getting in places like that, you just network with the people in the building, or and I'm speaking just from somebody who has a very ignorant, like, mindset when it comes to it.
Yeah, so like I said, you know, I usually try to get in through people's managers, or if I can, sometimes with the artist directly, or, you know, maybe like the artist DJ, you know, just someone around the artist that would have the authority to be like, yeah, and like, you can come do this. Okay. But for that Nipsey show specifically, you could just come in there with your camera. Oh. Like, that's what they told me, because, like, you know, I was just downtown for All-Star Weekend, because I was during All-Star Weekend. Right. And I was just walking around with my camera, and I was with James, and we seen this long line. Was like, yeah, let's go in here, check this out. And then they was giving us the flyer of what it was, and we was like, oh, like, this is solid lineup. So I think it was Yo Gotti, Nipsey was there, YNB Corday, and there was a couple other people. I think Rhapsody was there, so there was a couple other people. Yeah. But they was like, nah, you could bring your camera in, so that's what I did.
So let me ask you real quick. Yeah. Clubs, all this. Have you taken that step to go into festivals yet? Because I feel like festivals like the next, well, not the next, but it is the big thing that's going on now, like Rolling Loud, Lollapalooza, stuff like that. Yeah. Have you ever had an opportunity to go up there, or is that where you want to go next, so that way you can have a whole boatload and, like, build up more of your arsenal and catalog with having everybody backstage and everything?
Those photos would be fucking lit.
Right.
Yeah. Those would be lit.
Yeah.
Imagine his picture with Uzi or something.
Yeah, that's definitely where I want to be. No, I haven't had the opportunity yet, you know, but I know it's gonna come eventually.
Right.
But with festivals, you gotta put in like, it's not like a request. It's called a media request. But you know, they get thousands of them, so they probably don't even see half. You know, probably less than half of them. They probably don't even see really. Right. But nah, I haven't. I put in a request ever since like 2017, but nah, I haven't got in yet.
So you've been consistent.
But for Rolling Loud.
Yeah.
For Rolling Loud, yeah.
Well, so I like the persistency, because at least one of these days somebody's gonna pick you.
Yeah, somebody.
And I know once it happens, we ain't gonna be able to talk to you no more. I
need
to cherish this right now.
Good.
I need to cherish this right now.
But nah, even if I'll put in a media request to Rolling Loud, but I'll also hit like some of the smaller artists up that's on the lineup. Right. And cause they easier to reach, just cause they smaller. Right. And you know, I'll just be like, hey, y'all need a photographer, y'all need a cameraman for Rolling Loud, let me know. Like, check my work out. Yeah, so like, you know, you just gotta be smart. You just gotta network.
Mention All-Star 2019, they was real lenient, because I was out here for that. They was real lenient with the cameras out there. For that to be such a big event, I got my VHS camera in damn near everywhere. Like, I even got some shit with Mark Cuban. Like, they was real lenient.
Yeah, they was.
I was back when you talking about the festivals. I know with them, they want you to have representation. Like you freelance, right?
Right.
A lot of times, like they want you to have like a manager, a company that you're
Coming
with.
through a company, yeah.
You know the Fillmore, right?
Yep.
Cardi was there. I tried to go there one time on my VHS. They was like
2018.
This is Neon Tour, yeah. I know a lot of the venues would be like, the clubs will let you in because those are private owned.
Right.
The venues, a lot of times the concerts are operated by Live Nation for most of the time. Live Nation don't want nobody getting no footage if you're not like hired by, if you're not under that artist or you're not hired by Live Nation, they're not playing that game with nobody.
Yep.
Live Nation don't play.
But see, I can get into the Fillmore, like PNC, Charlotte Metro, all of that. Cause I networked and I got a Live Nation Connect, so
so you plug.
Whenever it's a show coming in, I just email them. They put the request in for me, and then But I put in for like 15 shows, and I've only been turned down one. But I think it's because it was Kiss. It was a rock band, and all my portfolio was hip hop. So I think they seen my portfolio being all hip hop, and it was like,
I was being prejudiced. The photography.
yeah, probably that. But or maybe they just think rock concerts kind of different, I guess. So, I don't know.
What do you? So like I know like festivals, right? That's any and everybody that's at a festival for artists. It's 50 artists. They going to see everybody.
Right.
When you're shooting with the artist who's okay, from your perspective, what do you like prefer better? The festival with 10,000 with a bunch of people, or do you prefer that artist at their venue with their crowd that came to see them?
I say it have to depend on the artist. Like for the festival, it had to depend on the lineup. Like how many people on there do I want to shoot? How many people on there do I not care to shoot? You see what I'm saying?
You gotta pick and choose.
Versus like if it's someone's sole concert, like do I want to shoot that artist or like have I already shot that artist? So it's really like just something like that. But probably the festival though. Just because it's more work for me. You know what I'm saying? Like it's more content, and then like. I'm gonna be posting all these pictures of all these artists. It could be 50 of them.
Right.
So that's just more content.
Right. More exposure and everything.
Right.
Because let me ask you, like, and I might cut this if I might be bleeding something you already got going on, but Dreamville Festival, that's a local festival.
Yeah.
And I feel like, well, I don't know, but I seen a lot of people out there. They only had one show. I think the next show they might have a bigger audience, but enough that you can probably wiggle your way through. Have you been working on that, or you been thinking about that, or? Because they had 21 last time, Big Sean, Ari, Scissors, so that's a big
Jermaine.
They got
that's big names right there.
I forgot the main guy.
Next time they gonna have DaBaby and all this other type of stuff. So like,
Nah, I put in a request for I think the one they had.
The one that
and I think
from 2019 or the one that was supposed to be from last
2019.
year? Okay,
2019, and I didn't get accepted to it, but I put in a one for the one they canceled too.
Yeah.
But I was hoping to get into that, but then they emailed everybody to put in a request and was like, "Hey, the show got canceled, got to reschedule." So, but they was like, "Y'all request is still good to be put in, but y'all just gotta wait closer to the show."
Right.
But yeah, I was gonna say, but yeah, I love to shoot at Dreamville, just cause it's something local. It's a local artist and everything, so that'd be big, bro.
I'm about to say, like I said, if you want me to cut that, just let me know if you already been.
Nah, you good.
Okay.
Nah, so what I was gonna say was, so I seen this on TikTok. So I don't know if you've seen it, you probably have. With the first Donda release party.
Yeah.
There's a dude
Snuck in.
Would that be something?
He need to drop it, by the way.
Yeah, I seen
we
it.
waiting,
Yeah.
Kanye.
Yeah.
I give up hope.
If he do another stadium show, you gonna do that? Because his release date got pushed back. So if he go for a third time, what you doing, Shell?
Hey, I'm thinking about it.
Hey.
Y'all can't see my face though.
You didn't say it on camera, bro.
I gotta hide my face though.
face.
Y'all might hear this and then y'all see this face walk up. But yeah, that's that's something I've always thought about. Like I've been to venues and they won't let me in. And I'm sitting there looking like, how can I finesse in there? Like I might see a door on the side or in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like, or I might see a security guard and be like, hey, bro, like. How much I gotta throw you for you to let me through this door real quick?
Right.
Like just trying to finesse my way in.
Right.
Cause before I got into shooting shows and having to have like special passes and stuff to get into places to shoot, I was asking photographers, and it's actually this one photographer, this fire. I looked up to him or to her. Her name is Apex Visions on IG.
Right.
And you know, I asked her, I was like, how you be getting into stuff, like shooting all this stuff, man? Cause she would be shooting people like Rocky, Travis, Uzi, like all the big artists and stuff. She was like, I finesse my way in. That's what she told me. That was her answer. And I was like, damn. But she in New York, so I don't know if it's a little easier, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But Charlotte, man, they strict. Like, it'd be hard to finesse something here.
Is it, as a photographer, the way it sounds, it's almost like sneaking in networks, artists. Like, it's almost like you got to be a groupie, basically.
Right.
Yeah.
To a certain
like,
point.
Yeah, like, in a way, like, I don't know, like, it's like, kind of using people, like, I don't really want to say it.
I mean, that's networking.
Yeah,
It's all about,
but,
it's all about
yeah.
what can you do to
But it's kind of like, can you do this for me? Like, are you willing to do this for me type thing? Like, just asking, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like when I reach out to like an artist or their DJ or someone in their camp or like the manager, like I'm just asking for a favor pretty much. Like, that's how I make it sound, like, you know, like just check my workout. That's what I tell them. Like, check my workout, because maybe if they need a cameraman and they check my workout and the manager is like, oh, this dude fire, or they'll show the artist and like the artist will be like, yo, this dude work fire, like, yeah, bring him on, like, which that's happened before, you know. So yeah, I'm like, that's how I do it.
Have you ever? Oh, go ahead.
Can you do me a favor? Say what you just said to the cameras real quick. Check his workout. Say it, bro.
Say it one more time, bro.
Check my workout. That's what I tell them though, for real.
Sir,
like, not even on no cocky stuff, you know.
Right,
but I'm just
right.
like, you know, like, I want y'all to see what I'm doing, you know, because I know they probably get a lot of messages like that, like a lot of people reaching out. But I just tell them, check my workout. You know, it's gonna speak for itself. So.
Right.
Yeah.
I can tell you're passionate about your work too.
Yeah.
Just by the way, like, we had our shoot
Right.
coming soon. But
Yeah. Be on the lookout.
like I can just see like your passion in it and the quality of it, and you really like to get to know people before and then see how they're feeling. Like, okay, they like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fit that personality.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that helps the shoot go smoother. Like, if you can get on the same page with somebody, or, you know, just get comfortable, you know, just get comfortable as a group. Like, I'm working with y'all as a group, you know. I knew Sean, but I didn't know y'all. So it's like, you know, we all had to kind of get comfortable with each other, and that made the shoot go smoother.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's all about, you know, pleasing the client. And that's, you know, that's what I live by with shoots, you know. At the end of the shoot, I'm trying to make sure the client is getting what they want, you know. So they paying me to do the service, so I'm making sure that they satisfied. So yeah.
So that leads
I'm
to
very
my-
passionate about it though. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
That leads to my next question with your drive, your tenacity, your dedication, and your passion. Do you have like a certain limit as far as like where you would go to shoot? 'Cause let's say if you have somebody that's that you really like, an artist, but they only got selected tour dates, you know, Atlanta. Let's say Atlanta, because that's pretty close to it. It's only about 2.5, 3 hours from here.
Right.
Would you easily make that drive? Like, oh, okay, I'm definitely going there. Raleigh,
Yeah.
Virginia.
Definitely. I
Know what I'm
would.
saying?
Yeah, I would. If it's in driving distance, definitely, you know. If it's in driving distance, then definitely, yeah. And if I gotta fly there, you know, I'll see what the artist like, hey, can y'all fly me out, or do I gotta hand it up myself? And then it'll depend on that. But I've traveled to like Raleigh before for Post Malone, shoot Post Malone. So you know, I had to take off work for that.
Right.
Like, I just told him I was sick, you know.
Right. Yeah. How much of a collide does it happen when it comes to work and then photography? Because you tell me for a while you was doing photography just full time,
Right.
And then you know
Start back working.
Yeah.
Sometimes it does, but I get off fairly early in the day, so like that kind of helps, you know, because other people I'm shooting, they might work too, so they might get off, you know, at the normal times, like 5 or something. They might need it to be later in the day, just like I do. So, I mean, it hinders it sometimes, but not that much. You know? But like if I was wanting to go on tour though, like in this weekday tour dates, then you know that could be a problem.
Right,
you know?
right.
Like the first time I just told my boss though, but he was cool enough with it, you know, cause he knows I do photography.
Right.
And you know, like I just explained to him like I got a cool opportunity to go on tour. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been waiting on this. Like I need a week off. He gave it to me. So it was cool. Yeah.
See, that's what goes back to your point as far as like networking, because when you get into the field, when you get to a certain age, and I'll be honest with you, I go ahead and put myself out there. Like with my job, I kind of use that as a source to just interact with different people, because they like my vibe. They like my energy. I think I told the podcast before, I go by Big Joe at work. So when they come and they like, and then like whatever I say, they're more open to hearing, cause like if he gonna say any more crazy stuff.
Right.
So we'll have fun, we'll have some good jokes, and then on a serious note, we start getting more close on a personal level, just in that 20-minute interaction that we have.
Right.
They'll ask me like, hey, let's meet, let's do this. So I've been meeting with a lot of people outside of work, and just connecting with them. People been plugging me into different avenues that I'm trying to get into for myself. And we had dinners, they give me good advice, and that's all I really want. Like I don't even want nothing else. If you tell me just some information that could help me get to another step further, and like you said, maybe even down the line, if I can use you, or if you can use me, I think it's just very important.
Yeah.
So
it definitely is, like just to have another source, I guess you could say, giving you advice, or just life advice in general though. Like older people, they done been on the earth longer than you, they done lived longer than you, experience more stuff than you. So just to get any type of advice or input from them, that's important. Whether it's someone you work with, or it could just be someone on the side of the road. Really, Like I like to ask older people though, like what's some life advice you could give me? Just because you never know what they could say. It might be something that could help you, that'll really stick with you.
That's
so,
true.
yeah.
That's true.
That's wisdom right there. Older people can see light years ahead of what we live.
Yeah, because
they've been through it.
Yeah, they'll give you some game. Like if you ask,
you just gotta listen.
They gonna just go. They gonna just be.
Yeah.
Save you so much.
It's like they just be waiting on somebody just to ask.
Right.
Like once you ask, they'll tell.
It's a floodgate. You just open. It comes rushing in information, knowledge, wisdom, all this type of stuff.
Right.
It's just really good.
Yeah. All that stuff's important. Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, like, right now, just with everything in life, it's an oversaturation in almost every market.
Right.
Photography, clothing, rapping.
Right.
Business, science. It's an oversaturation. It's like everybody's trying to do everything. Because, time is hard. It's a capitalist economy. Niggas got to hustle.
Everybody get their own. They got to get their own.
How do you separate yourself from the other million photographers in Charlotte? Because it's a big city. A lot of artists, a lot of photographers. A lot of people got cameras.
Right.
How do you set yourself apart from everybody else in the city?
That's a good question. Probably just being myself. Like, really, I guess that's a simpler way to answer it. Just being myself. Just doing what I do. Being good at it, and just being a good person.
Right.
Really.
Right.
Like being a good person. Like yes. That'll take you far. And not only will it take you far, but if I go to a shoot and I'm a good person, just being myself to a person, they'll book with me in the future again just because of that. Or they'll refer me to, their friends just because of that. Just because they had a good experience, with me. So I think that's kind of what it is, and just establishing yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like shell shots. Like people like, not everybody, of course, but people know like Shell, they take pictures. So this is really about establishing yourself, marketing yourself, branding yourself, and like I said, networking, because everything's word of mouth. Like even people I don't shoot with, I've never shot with, they still refer me to people. And it's like they've never worked with me. Like they don't know how my work is, they don't know how I am. Like some people I've never met, and they refer me to people. And I'm like, people will come to me and be like, such and such referred me. And I'll just be sitting there like, who? Like, I had to go look at their IG, and I'm like, damn, I never even worked with them, never had a conversation with them. But it's just like, they see,
crazy.
But it's just like, they see like, just how I am, I guess, like through social media, or like through other people, and yeah, they look out, man.
That's one thing I would say, like, that's one thing a lot of photographers, like, well, like the good photographers, like marketing 101, y'all have to build that brand identity, because if somebody don't know your, like, Gunnar Stahl, Cam Kirk.
No.
You know what I mean? You know these names like shell size. You got to build that as a photographer. You got to build that brand identity and let that work speak for itself. Because you can have the hardest work. Nobody know your name. Because before they know your work, I heard of that before. Like they've heard it. Like every known photographer in the game, you've heard of somehow. You may not know what the work look like, but you know what Gunner Star.
You know it.
All these other known photographers look like.
You know shell shot. You gonna know it.
Yes, sir. If you don't, you will.
You will. So let me ask you, what's the 5-year plan? As cliche as that question is, but do you have like any magazines, any like media outlets that you personally want to shoot for, or you still just want to be like your own entity? And get the notoriety from everybody. Like once you get up there, that stature, have your peers like, okay, yeah, I'm right with you, bro.
Man.
Dropped it on him. You know I had to do it to him.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Honestly, like, probably just still, like, for a 5-year plan, of course, it would be doing photography full time.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I would still like to be freelance in a way, but I would want to be plugged in to where I can have major companies or like major artists or record labels even like reaching out to me like, hey, I got an assignment for you, like I need you to shoot Uzi at Rolling Loud, or Nike, I need you to shoot a campaign, we got a shoot coming out, I need you to do this, that. So yeah, I think that's probably what I want to do, cause like I'm the type of person like one of my goals used to be someone's personal photographer, which it would still be cool to me, but I feel like once you're someone's personal photographer, like that's all you taking pictures of. So like I wouldn't really want to be like necessarily locked down
you don't want to
and
restrict
like
yourself.
be like limited, you know?
Yeah.
So like in a way I want to be still freelance, but just like build my name up and you know like the brand just up to where like major companies would just be booking me for stuff, you know? Because I follow photographers that they're freelance, but they have record labels and stuff reach out to them and they just go do stuff, you know? But they freelance.
Man, the great champagne hit you up, man.
Yeah.
So they gave you a project, say, hey, we want you. All right, so if they say, hey, we want you for a project, we're going to need you for this X amount of weeks while we start the rollout for our artists. We want just for you to take some pictures of him in the studio, going out. If you want to record him doing some recording session, shot, whatever stuff.
Yeah.
That's not having you locked in with one artist for a long time, but to have you for a little while. Would you still do something like that?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I'm just speaking of, like, if an artist was to throw a contract down, like, hey, I need you to be my photographer for 10 years, like, you know? It's like, that's crazy. It's like, you know, like, I would probably, you know, of course, I want to do it, you know what I'm saying? It's like I wouldn't want to be like just locked down.
You don't want to burn
like,
no bridges or burn opportunities with other people.
Because then they might be like, you know, you can't really, like, you know, I don't know how that works, but I follow photographers that sign, like I follow Gucci's photographer. Like he goes with Gucci everywhere. Like, I'm like, damn, bro, like, do you, nah, his name, Multi Mars. That's his IG, he hard. But, yeah, he hard. But that's one of the photographers I look up to, by the way, so definitely check his work out. But I'm just like, damn, bro, he go with Gucci everywhere. Like, he always with Gucci. I'm like, do you have time to do anything else? You know what I'm saying? Like it's cool, but it's like, do you have time to do anything else? Like, shoot anybody else? Or go do any paid shoots, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know. As a photographer, it seemed like y'all live this life of just being selfless. Everything you do is to please the artist, please the label, please the fans, just please whomever. Like, it's always I need this, I need that pic, can I book this, can I book that? What's your real name, if I may ask?
Sheldon.
So what is Sheldon, Sheldon, as an individual, what do you want for yourself? Like, is there any personal passion project you want to work on? What do you want for yourself aside from the artist and what they need and going on tour and everything is to please the artist? What do you want for yourself as a photographer? Like, if you go ahead.
Hey, his question's getting deeper, bro.
You can finish the question.
Every photographer, so like, for example, aside from the artist, like, do you know who Gordon Parks is?
I don't think so.
He's a big photographer from like the 70s. He took like 80s, 90s. Like I'm gonna show you some of his work real fast, just to like show you what I mean.
I know Chamodu. You know who that is? He took pics of Tupac, all of them. He did a bunch of album covers for like Biggie and stuff.
Okay, I ain't talking about that.
Yeah,
I know the work.
he passed away recently, but yeah, I look up to him, man. He's hard.
1%. Let me hurry to show you Gordon Parks' work. Hope you got it. This is Gordon Parks. A lot of his work.
We'll put it on the screen too. Don't worry.
Hard.
Like a lot of his stuff, like just people. He shot like a lot of kids.
Okay, just candids, like just going down the street.
Yeah, a lot of
stuff.
kids.
Yeah.
So like his
Street
work,
photography.
Gordon Parks' his work like lives on. It's stood the test of time.
Right.
It's generational. So as far as like your like, what do you want? Like, how do you want your work to live on? Like, what is something you want for yourself as an individual? Like whether it be, I want to have this style of photography where I change the game. I want to have this studio. I want to put these people on. You know what I mean? Like, what is something that you want for yourself from within? Not just for the artist, but just
for
as
me.
a person. Like for you, yeah. Like you started in this taking pictures of sneakers. That's what sneaker of the day. That was a personal thing. That was, you know, that's what inspired you. So what is it that you want for yourself? Like, what is your like? What's gonna drive?
You want your legacy to be done like after.
That makes sense.
I mean, it's weird to say, but after you pass, what you have to leave behind as far as your works and your
Or
career.
even like right now, it ain't gotta be.
Well, I'm just piggybacking.
Okay,
I'm just
gotcha.
piggybacking. Sorry.
Probably. I like to have my own studio, like in the future. Like I'll just say that, but
That'd be fire.
That'd be fire. Don't when you
drops.
get that, I'm gonna be there all the time. By the way, I'm gonna just pop up.
Yeah, pull up. That was good.
kind of like a Cam Kirk type thing,
Like,
you know,
okay, like
like
an
how he did.
exhibition or
Yeah,
something
like
like
how he did.
Pop up.
But man, I don't know. Like I just want people to like, just, I guess like be able to recognize my work, if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like be able to look at a picture and be like, I know Shell took that picture.
Right.
Y'all being
Like, you know what I'm saying?
saying?
Yeah.
Right.
If that makes sense.
Say it.
I think that's probably that'd probably be the biggest thing. So I guess that would go with like having my own style or like pictures, you know, like they would I guess like be able to put my name with it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, probably that, man. And just, you know, just help whoever I can. Like a lot of photographers, you know, just either getting into it or want to know more, you know, they ask me for advice. I'm always down to give advice.
You gotta pull others up with you, man.
Yeah, like I'm always down to give advice, you know, and I'll tell them like, you know, if I fuck with them like that, you know, I'll be like, if you ever need me to show you anything, like, you know, just hit me. Like if I got free time, you know, we could link up. I'll show you a couple things, you know what I'm saying? You can't give them all the sauce, you know, but
Sauce costs.
you can help them. You can help them, yeah. You can help them.
Guide them to their style. You feel me?
You can't give them all of it, but you can help them a little
Your
bit.
mistakes cost. You gotta like charge people for
Right.
everything.
Right.
You gotta make up for that. So I get it.
The game is to be sold, not told.
Another thing. I know you do pictures now.
Yeah.
But like, do you have any visions to expand? Like maybe film, cinematography, videos, movies, screenwriting. Like I know it's pictures now, but it never.
Yeah.
Where you start at is never where you finish. Is there anywhere place you want to go with it?
I tried to get into videography, and I did for a while, and I enjoyed it, but I felt like I was still working on my craft with photography, and it was just too much, cause like it's a lot to learn with videography and like editing, you know what I'm saying? Like all of that takes a lot of time, so I was like, it's hard for me to balance all of that with, you know, with just trying to master my photography. You know what I'm saying? But man, cause I let Zebo, shout out to Zebo, that's my boy too, by the way. All angle shit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I let him handle all the video stuff. He does all the video stuff now, and I do all the photography. But I don't know, man. Like maybe like being a director.
Spike.
I would like to direct stuff, man. Like, cause even with Zebo, like, if someone comes to us with like a video idea, you know, like, I'll just be sitting there like on my director shit, like, what would be hard? Like, how can we make this look like a movie? Like, not a music video. Like, I want this to look like a movie. Like some Cole Bennett or like, you know, some stuff like that. So maybe a director, like.
Videos, you gotta like pictures tell 1,000 words, but videos you supposed to tell stories. Like
Right.
You want to capture the audience attention, not just the same old your homies in the background. You want to tell a story with visuals.
Right.
So I can see why you like directing.
Yeah, you wanted to keep people's attention, you know. So like, if you have it like as a story or something that's intriguing, you know, with videos, that's the main thing. You want to make sure you grab their attention and then keep their attention. Cause I think I read something that YouTube came out with. I think it was for music videos or something like that, but it was showing like the percentages of how long people watch videos, and I think majority of it was like less than a minute. It's less than a minute that people watch a video. Right. So
that's why they had to change for as far as like view count. You had to get a certain number,
right.
And then like.
Right, that's why they changed all that, because people was getting views and people weren't watching the videos a couple seconds. So I think, you just gotta keep people's attention.
Okay.
But you can tell stories with photos too.
You think what's easier, like for you? Do you think easier?
What, photos or videos?
Like telling a story.
You do tell a story, by the way. Let me be the first one to say, like, when I see your pictures, I think it perfectly captures like the essence of the show, the moment, like. I can feel kind of the energy of the whole crowd and the artists come off through your pictures. I hope I don't sound like too.
Nah,
you know what I'm saying? But
honestly, I don't know, man. Like,
so would you rather do like a short film story, or do like a zine and tell a story through like a zine? You know what a zine is? Sure.
I know what it is.
So
Probably that.
You rather do a zine?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. What's that for the audience?
Just so zine is like a compilation of pictures, artwork. It's just anything. It's not a magazine, basically. It's like
a booklet.
Like a lookbook, kind of.
Like a lookbook, basically. Yeah. Like Frank Ocean, his zine is crazy.
Yeah, I'd rather do that. Yeah.
Have you seen his, by the way?
Nah.
The Boyz Don't Cry.
I've seen Gunner Stars. He came out with a book.
Oh, his shit is hard.
And then there's another photographer. His name Garrett Bruce. He came out with one.
Who he shoot with?
Everybody. Playboy, Uzi, he
I
be
seen
shooting
places
for
and
everybody.
faces too. Caesar or whatever his name is.
Yeah, lookbook, which I might have one coming in the future.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Now we Poddin exclusive. We got another one. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Okay.
Exclusive.
Look, Shell, you just dropped that on us, bro. I know you gotta go soon, so let me just.
I got like 10 more minutes.
Yeah, we got 8:34.
I'm good.
Okay.
I got like 10 more.
Okay.
Yeah. But I was gonna say something else. I can't remember. It was something with what he was saying.
With the zine?
Oh no, something with what you were saying with the pictures telling the story.
Yeah.
I think them. I don't know if you've seen those pictures, but the pictures that I took during when they was rioting downtown.
I think I seen them. Yeah, I seen them. I did see them. Cause wasn't you and Zebo down there?
Me, Zebo, and my boy Joe was down there. Shout out to Joe, yeah. But I think those pictures, they tell the story.
I think
like, if you look at them, like you like get to feel like the vibe. Like,
me personally, when I saw those, and maybe I don't even want to use that, but when I saw the everything that was going on as far as last year, when y'all dropped those pictures, I said, damn, this is what we needed for the state, because we seen it from everywhere else, and I think that with you and your work, with as much as I respected it, I was glad that you were able to get your hands on that moment and have something to put out there to the people and say, look, we got our own thing going on here in North Carolina, here in Charlotte.
There's a few more if you scroll up.
And we'll put that on the screen as well if y'all don't go check it out for yourself so y'all can see it, because I think it was really nice.
Yep.
How did it feel being in the moment though? Like, how did you feel like, and maybe too soon, maybe like we're still kind of in the moment still.
Right.
But in a few years, do you think you have one of those pictures, or you were blessed with the opportunity to take those pictures that everybody's gonna look at and be like, damn, this perfectly captured what went on, not just in this town, but in this moment during that year?
Definitely.
And you might go down in the books.
Yeah, I think so. We had me and Zebo, the Harvey B. Grant Center, they actually used our work. Like they had it like, the Harvey B. Grant Center.
I didn't even know that.
was a bag.
Yeah, they featured our work they had my photos, you know, showing on the screen. Then they did Zebo's little video he did.
I think I did see that. Yeah, I did see that.
Yeah. So you know, like, so like that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But I was really looking at those pictures and I was like, man, I'm really satisfied with these. You know, like, and I had people message me like with those pictures specifically and was like, these deserve to be in like history books.
They should. That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what I'm saying. So like, let me. That leads to another question. What was your best either experience as a whole or photo shoot or particular artist, whichever one? What was your best experience so far in your occupation or in your field?
Best experience.
I love it. Every time I ask him, so I give him a thank. I love it.
Oh my God.
He like some therapy session. He rethinking like
He like, damn. I'm ready for this shit.
So I done did so many photo shoots. So I'm just trying to think like which one had a crazy.
Pick one or two. I give you three. If you can't choose
Top three.
one.
Oh man, I don't really know. Like,
Remember, what you just said. What accolade you just said.
Yeah, I know we at least number two.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be number two.
definitely, you know the DaBaby album cover shoot, of course. That's up there. Yeah, definitely. You know the Blank Blake album cover. That was my first like real big accomplishment. Then like just having my work featured in the city on the billboard. That picture. And I was doing All-Star Weekend,
Oh
so
my gosh.
you know, so many more people were seeing it than like usual. So
Does it feel surreal when all this happened?
yeah, man. Like
Do you have to take a moment and be like, all right, like it's an out of body experience. You don't even see that's you until like.
bro, it's so crazy. Like I was at work, man, and somebody DM'd me. They was like, bro, your picture on the billboard on the side of the highway downtown. And I was like, what? I was like, send me a picture. So he's like, all right, hold on, I gotta circle back around. So he circled back around and sent me the picture. I was like, yo, where exactly is that at? And like he was explaining it to me. So bro, that day after work, I went straight home, took a shower, threw some clothes on. You know, I got a little fresh, had my Hornets jacket on, because I was like, I gotta get a picture.
Oh yeah,
I gotta get a picture with it, you know.
Of course.
So me and my girl, we went down there and we was just driving, and we was like, just look. I'll look on this side, you look on this side. And she was like, there, go right there. And I seen it, and I was like, damn. I was like, that's crazy, bro. Cause you know, it was like just welcoming people to Charlotte.
Like a milestone, bro.
Yeah, cause it was like, you know, welcoming people to Charlotte. So I was like, you know, just for me being from Charlotte, that was a Charlotte artist I worked with, you know, and he was at the time, you know, like he was a big artist, not where he is now, but he was a big artist. Like people knew his name. So just having that like billboard in your city is just crazy. Like that's just, it don't really get as Charlotte as that. Like everything about that is Charlotte.
We'll put that up too. We're putting all these pictures up, by the way. Cause you are stacked.
And then
I'm just scrolling through.
You got mad pictures.
and then just Wayne posted my picture, bro, and tagged me.
On Twitter.
And Facebook.
On Facebook. Oh yes.
Yeah,
it was from Young Money, right?
Yep.
Yes.
The Young Money page
Yes.
on Twitter. They posted my picture and tagged me.
See, I thought that was from Rolling Loud.
Nah, that was a concert they had at PNC.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What?
Yeah, Wayne posted me.
That's one.
He used my picture on Facebook and like he actually tagged me, like my name. Like his manager hit me up, cause like I guess he's seen, like I don't know, like I guess he's seen those pictures and like Wayne's tag pictures, and like he was like, he hit me up and was like, hey, can I use those? Can I get those photos to Wayne? Like, can we use them? And I was like, yeah. I was like, of course. So I emailed them to him, and I guess like he told Wayne like, you know, you gotta tag me type shit, you know. And yeah, bro.
Cortez hit you? Was it Cortez?
Nah, some dude named I don't want to tell people.
Okay.
That's all.
He, you know what I'm saying? He kind of a plug. You know?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so I don't really want to tell people.
That's all you gotta say, bro. Cause we know how this your business.
Yeah.
Anything.
But nah, he was cool about it though. You know, like he was respectful about it. You know, so I was like, y'all use him all you want. You know, like, yeah, cause you know Wayne, he one of my favorite artists.
Yes.
So like,
of course.
like I grew up on him, listening to him, like,
Bruh.
Can't you say the same, Justice? What? Can you say the same way, Justice?
so you know, like just me growing up on him, like listening to him, and just you know, I mean, it was just surreal. Like it was crazy, bro. I was like, damn, like that shit is crazy. And I printed it out and framed it, and I also printed out DaBaby album cover and framed it. And I got it. It's on the wall above where I edit my photos.
Right.
And I did that just in case, you know, if I'm ever feeling like not motivated, unmotivated, or like I'm going through a rough patch or a rough time, you know, I can just look up and see what I've accomplished. And, you know, just 4 years. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's just like a trophy for me, and I can just look up, just be like, look at what I've accomplished. You know what I'm saying? And that'll get me back motivated. Like just having those framed up on the wall, like I can look at them at any time and be like, I done came too far. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it ain't no time to quit or joke around. Like you gotta keep going because you done did this. It ain't no telling where you could take it. So yeah.
With the constant, like, in the era of like instant gratification, social media, people want everything now. How do you keep yourself motivated to keep delivering quality work that speaks for itself?
Right.
It's really easy with me because it's like producing quality photos, like that pushes me to like want to keep doing it. Like when I take a picture and I look at it, I'm like, this is fire. Like that gets me going. Like, okay, like I need to keep going. Like I need to create more fire. So I think just producing quality photos, you know, just taking a picture and having me look at it and judge it and be like, that's fire, you know. And then I'll look at other pictures I take and I'll be like, nah, I don't like it. Like it's trash, you know. Like I just judge my work. But once I see that fire photo, you know, that motivates me.
What was your turning point? You was like, my shit is fire. This the price and that's it. Cause you know people always want to let me get a deal. At what moment was you like, no more deals, no more free work, cause my shit is like that? What point? When did you get to that point?
Honestly,
or did you
man,
realize
like,
it?
I'm gonna give you the backstory. So when I first started taking photos, I was doing them for free.
That's how it always go.
But my boy James, shout out to James.
No name.
We would go downtown at like 2 in the morning. I'm talking about like 30, 40 degree weather, like wintertime. And we would just be taking pictures of each other, like with my camera. We didn't know what we was doing. Like we was taking pictures that was coming out trash. We was pressing buttons, trying to figure out how to fix the lighting, all this stuff. We didn't know what we was doing. So we just kept doing that until we kind of figured it out, you know what I'm saying? Like just experimenting, taking pictures on each other. So once I felt like I was getting better, I went up charging people. Like I was charging people $10. Like just $10, bro, is what I started with.
So let me ask you real quick.
Hold on. Then it went to 20. Then it went to 40.
Ooh.
Then it went to 50.
Ooh.
And I was at 50 for a while.
Okay.
Then it went to 60. Then I skipped 70 because I was like, that's a weird number. So I went to 80. And now I'm at 100 an hour. But I was at 80 for a while. I was at 80 for about 2 years. And what made me raise my price is I shot with one person.
Let's go to the bathroom.
I shot with one person, and I don't know, like I guess for some reason before the shoot we didn't discuss the prices. He was like, how much do I owe you? And I was like, 80. And he like paused and looked at me. He was like, 80? He was like, that's it? And like it made me stop. And I was like, I just told this dude he gotta give me 80 for the shoot. And he basically telling me like, nah, like I need to give you more. Like that's all you charge. So ever since that day, I was like, man, maybe I need to go up. And you know, I had a conversation with my girlfriend because I was really on the fence about it because I was like, I don't want to make a jump to 100 an hour and then you know I'll be losing clients that I work with now at 80 an hour on a consistent basis, because they might not want to pay that extra 20, you know. But then she was telling me like, as you get better and like as you raise your prices, you gotta change your clientele, and that's something I've learned. So, but going back to that shoot I did, a couple months later, I did another shoot for 80 an hour, and they said the same thing. They didn't even give me 80, they gave me 120 for the shoot. So after that, I was like, yeah, I felt like that was my sign from God that I need to up my price.
Right.
So I went to 100 an hour, and I've been there for like a little over a year now.
All right.
And but even at 100 an hour, like I get people telling me like I'm still not charging enough. Like people don't think I'm charging enough. I'm like, how much I think I should be charging? Like, you know. But
We could take it to the streets. Good work sell itself.
Yeah.
That work is good.
Yeah.
Then they there.
yeah,
There all the time. But how do you make sure that as you grow and evolve, your clientele evolves and grows with you?
Yeah,
Because if you getting better and you buying new lenses,
Right,
that shit
right.
don't. Like Sony can't lenses and it ain't cheap. It's not free. So how do you make sure like, okay, I invested this in myself and I'm growing. How do you make sure that your clientele grows with you?
Hold on.
really just by like supporting them. Like, you know, if they got a business or say they make music, they're local artists, just by supporting them. Just try to get locked in with them, you know, like, and just grow with them. Like, they post my pictures and tag me. That's helping me grow. I post their stuff, tag them. That's, you know, in a way that's helping them grow, you know. Like, I think that's probably like the only way you could really like help your clients grow with you is just support. You know, you just gotta support them. Like, if I shoot somebody with a clothing brand, you know, I'll shout their clothing brand out. You see what I'm saying? Or I'll buy a piece, I might wear it, I might tag it.
Yes.
So, you know, if you want to grow with your clientele, that's kind of how it has to be. You know what I'm saying? You gotta
Organically.
It gotta be both ways. You know what I'm saying?
Well, let me ask you then, as far as what you mean, like with support. I know you and your girl, y'all been together damn near as long as you've been shooting.
Yeah.
And she got her own thing going on as well. Yep. How's y'all support system as far as with everything?
It's good, man. It's good. You know, she not only does she, you know, of course she support my work, referring me to her friends or people that follow her, but she also has me take all her pictures for, you know what I'm saying, her brand, of course, and everything. Just any pictures she needs personally, you know, I take all of them. So
For free?
yeah.
You get paid.
So, you know, it's all love like that. And, you know, of course, I support her brand damn near every day. You know, I'm shouting it out or I'm giving somebody her Instagram like I did today. Like I gave both of those girls her Instagram. So, you know, it has to be like that. When you're in a relationship with someone and y'all both got your own thing going on, you know, you gotta support each other. Right. You gotta, like he said, you gotta help each other grow. Like, yeah.
So, keeping everything separate, and I asked him when we did the pod with him and his girl, because they got their own thing, but keeping everything separate, how's the collaboration as far as like, let's say you have a creative vision for how you think her shoot should be done. Maybe like some styling choices, location, and all this type of stuff. Is there a collaborative effort there, or she like does everything? She's the boss, and you like, hey, look, I'll just shoot for you.
Usually if she comes to me wanting to set up a shoot for her brand, she'll have everything already set up.
Okay.
So it makes it easier for me. But like, you know, of course, during the shoot, I'll give my input. Like, nah, I don't like that. I think it'll look better like this. So,
okay.
you know, it's like it's a team effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, you definitely gotta work together with it. But nah, as far as like setting up location, and of course, I don't style her. She makes her clothes, so you know, she just put on what she thinks look good. And yeah, that's how we do it, though, man. Yeah.
Let's see. But look, it's about that time. We went over the limit. I don't want to hold you on.
Hold on, let me shout her brand out real quick.
Hold on, let me get it. Okay.
You know I gotta shout the wifey out. Her brand is called Asset Devotions on IG. They'll probably put it on. I had them put it on the screen.
We'll put the page and everything.
Ladies, y'all go check it out, man. Anything from bonnets, accessories, pants, jackets, tops, leggings, bathing suits. I mean, anything. Like, she can make anything. Anything you need.
She made do-rags?
Yeah.
I'm still with you.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro. Like, quality. It's quality stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. Like, a cool backstory on that, too, though. When we first started dating, she didn't buy clothes. Like, she didn't go shopping. She made all her clothes.
Damn.
What?
Yeah, she don't go shopping at all. Everything in her closet she makes it.
At such a young age?
Yes, bro. Yes. So,
Cheat code.
you know, me being like I guess like business savvy, I guess you could say. I was like, you spend so much time making stuff for yourself. I was like, why don't you create a clothing brand, spend time making stuff for other people, plus you get money for it. And she was basically like, damn, you know, you're right. Like, so yeah, she came up with the name. Like, she was up for weeks, like trying to plan everything, coming up with the name, logo, all that. And yeah, man, that's how her brand got started, bro. I don't want to take all the credit for it, you know what I'm saying? But I did throw the idea out there to her, you know what I'm saying?
Sprouted.
That's good. That's
but,
good.
you know, it's all, yeah, man. Just definitely check her stuff out, ladies. And for the gentlemen, she definitely got some stuff coming.
We got some stuff coming, you feel
Yeah.
Shit, this is what I'm gonna say, man. As far as you and your lady, I hope everything keeps going up. All success to y'all. I've been proud of you. Like I said, I've been seeing y'all work for the past 4 years. So I done seen you. I already thought you were fired from initially. So seeing you go from here to there,
Appreciate
I
it.
go through your page, I'm like, damn, I can see the growth.
Yeah.
But it's always been here.
Yeah.
So it's like, I'm proud of you, man. Thank you for coming on the podcast. Thank you for blessing, with your presence and everything.
It was a pleasure meeting you,
James
man.
said,
Nice meeting y'all too, man, for real.
James said you don't talk.
Hey,
James
talking the whole damn
is
day.
a capper.
yeah. Look, James think because I don't text back in the group chat, I don't talk. I'm like, man, that's not the same as real life.
Right.
I be at work during the day, like when y'all blowing the chat up, I don't know what's going on. Like,
He already got smoked with
a lot of
Sean.
the times I don't even be knowing what y'all be talking about. Like,
He got smoked with
I be
Joey.
having to scroll through 300 messages and
Bro,
try
when
to
you see
catch up.
300 messages, bro,
You
I'm
missed
like,
20
bro.
minutes. It's 500 messages.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
that
nah.
shit too much to keep up with, man.
James just be talking though.
Yeah,
You know how I
shout out to
talk.
James.
Well, shout out to
man.
No Name. Shout out to No Name.
Yes,
Copy
sir.
stuff.
Shout out to my boy, No Name.
Who else? Yes,
Shout out to Zebo.
Shout out to Per Usualties.
Yes, sir.
And shout out to, I'm gonna shout out some photographers I fuck with
let's
in
go,
Chicago,
let's go.
man.
Drew T.
Shout out to Joda, man. Shout out to Chris Shot Dad. Shout out to Shots by Dad. Dez homie. Or Be Easy homie. Shots by Cozy. Squid Leak. Drew T. Carroll.
That's love that you got. You showing love to all these people.
Who else? Let me
Trey
see.
the GOAT.
Yeah, shout out to Trey the GOAT. I'm missing some people, man. I know I am.
And if you missed it, just do the thing where if I missed you, you know I got love for you.
Yeah. If I missed you, you know I got love for you. It ain't no hard feelings. I had a long day, you know what I'm saying? I can't think of everybody. I can't think of everybody right now, man. But shout out to y'all, man. Yes, sir.
Appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Look, that's another episode of Now We Poddin. Please like, comment, subscribe. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. We got more on the way. Matter of fact, I'm gonna be honest with you. We got 2 other videos coming from this location. So if you see the backdrop, merch.
See us wearing the same shit. It's
merch.
okay.
Hey, look, we got some shots, some photos coming through by yours truly. I don't have to say it.
Yes, sir.
But thank you guys. I really appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time.